Yes.
Terry had mentioned something about the seafood being tested. I was wondering about how that works. Does somebody go to the docks, or is it sent in? Or?
There's a number of organizations, including FDA, TDA, NOAA, who have testing protocols. Some of that begins with just strictly visually observing and doing the smell test. Actually, the nose is accurate almost to 1 part per million in being able to smell any oil. If there's any concern, then they're actually sending tissue samples off to the lab. And if you notice the closure areas as they get bigger, and that is part of giving a buffer zone of where the oil is to make sure that we're not anywhere near where the oil might be. And so did that answer about the testing being done? Okay.
Yes.
I was just wondering, for public relations reasons, Terry, if there could be a seal, like a Texas Sea Grant, seal put on products that are exported to other areas that might enhance the value of our shrimp and seafood, because they wouldn't be, say, certified clean.
Of course, Sea Grant can't do that because we have to kind of be neutral, but if you get into the Texas Department of Agriculture and the Texas Shrimp, that is a quality assurance program. As to how far they're going to take that, I don't know, but if you look at the podium, there's a little sign there, and that is being put out in a lot of our seafood retail places so that people do understand that Texas harvested seafood is right now not a problem, not affected, and further testing is continuing.
Further questions? I'd like to, before we break up this formal part, is to introduce Nikki Tran, who is in the back of the room. She has been furiously cooking at her restaurant for today. But besides that, she is also the president of the Port Arthur Area Shrimpers Association. We've been in existence since about 1998 when there was some legislation in Austin to significantly impact the local fishermen by the use of TEDs and turtle excluder devices and bycatch reduction devices and other things that were going to have a significant effect on the ability of the fishermen to fish at that time. We organized ourselves, joined together with Willa Anderson, the Texas Shrimp Association, and other groups to go to Austin, and those regulations were somewhat modified and allowed the shrimpers to continue to work at that point. And since then, we've maintained the operation. Those small and quiet incidences like this, we're able to reorganize ourselves and really begin to address those situations. I want to acknowledge, again, all the groups that have played such an important role. Their logos and signs are behind me, except, no, you're not seeing double. The signs didn't come out right. It's the Apostleship of the Sea USA, but also Apostleship of the Sea Diocese of Beaumont that sponsored the Port Arthur Area Shrimpers Association, Sea Grant, the CDM Consulting, as well as the Port Arthur International Seafarer Center have pulled this together. We really, really want to thank you for that. Now, the important thing is now, after we break up this formal press conference part of it, I've told the panelists I want them to run out the door quickly, but rather to make themselves available for you so that you can ask them individual questions or maybe pick up on other things. We also have some representatives from the Vietnamese fishing community, Nikki, as well as Tat and some others who are here, so please, you may want to touch base with them. But most of all, the good news is that we can talk and talk and talk about the quality and the delicious nature of wild-caught Gulf shrimp, but it doesn't come anywhere as close to actually eating the stuff, right? And you couldn't have a thing on shrimp unless you had an opportunity to eat it. And so we've got with us today, Nikki Tran has literally come from her restaurant after preparing salt and peppered shrimp that's going to be back there. Chef Casey Gates has prepared, what is that, Casey?
It's a chimichurri shrimp on guacamole, and then I've got just a shrimp cocktail.
And then our friends over there at Tropical Grill have prepared my favorite. Every time I go there, I eat it. They prepared for us the Philly grilled shrimp, which if you don't know what that is large Gulf shrimp wrapped in bacon with a bit of cream cheese and a slice of jalapeno inside. Like, yes, it is death to you, but it is just wonderful. And this is just not shrimp. And this is an important part of this whole press conference. This shrimp has come out of the Gulf in the last week. And it's representative of what is being caught along the Texas Gulf Coast in the federal waters. Because Texas is closed right now, right? Our Texas shrimp season is closed, but outside the 9-mile limit, the federal waters are still open, and they're capturing, they're catching shrimp, and they're bringing here, and that is the representative of the quality of the shrimp that we're able to get here. So, on behalf of all of us who organized this, I want to thank you all for coming. As I said, please interact with the folks. They're getting it ready to go. You cannot go unless you eat some of this stuff, and we really, really want to thank you for coming today. Thanks.